Let's go. I cross the road and never even look one way. I always seem to know the perfect thing to say, and I don't even wave at other cars when I pass by. Don't have the time, you know I'm such a special guy, and all my friends are telling me that I might be insane, but I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. I spend a fortune, but I never pay the tab. I just don't give a damn when I make other people mad, and I throw my fellow humans under buses when I can. It's dog eat dog out there, so why not man eat man? And all my friends are telling me that I might be insane, but I'm not even listening, 'cause I'm never to blame. People tell me that I'm such a selfish little man, but they're just jealous of the way I get just what I want, and everyone is saying I'll regret it in the end. They keep saying karma's catching up with you, my friend, and I don't hear it when they laugh at me and tell me you're so vain. It might take two to tango, baby, but I'm never to blame. To blame. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the happy hour and the launch or the acoustic performance of my new EP called Own Battle. And I did have some things prepared here that I was supposed to have up. That was, of course, Never to Blame, and this is Own Battle, my Own Battle EP live that we'll be playing here. That would have been better on the screen about, 4 minutes ago or so. But that's okay. 2 minutes, in fact. That's only a 2-minute song. So welcome. Hello to the folks who are here live. I hope you're having a happy weekend and that you can have a happy hour for the next around about 55 more minutes. Hello to Jupiter Falls. Hello to Jeff Brush, who says, we'll hopefully be here, but a little late. No problem. We've got 1,000 watts, tank on cleaning, Metallion. We've got Scott. Cheers to you, my friend. Tom Rochelle is here. Tom did an amazing live show yesterday, by the way. If you want to check out some more very cool live performed music, go check out Tom's stream from yesterday. Timothy, g'day to you. Langston Reese, hello. Kyle TV, hell, oh. Hopefully there's an O on the end of that. We've got Amarasaya. Hello to you as well. Shazion, I hope you're doing well. Noel says, Never to Blame is my favourite song from your EP. Well, thank you, my friend. It's my favourite song to play. It's a super cool, fun song to play. I really enjoy playing it, and I really enjoy the song, so that's why it is the first track on the new EP. So, yes. Marcia says 76% battery. Let's hope the iPad survives the whole hour. Well, fingers crossed for you and for me that does indeed survive the hour, because we will be here. Might be a little less than an hour. The actual EP is only about a 20-minute EP. But because this is the happy hour, this is our music chat show, we will also be having a bit of a chat as well. We're talking a little bit about this. If you've got questions about the EP, about the recording process, the releasing process, the songwriting process, whatever you want to ask, feel free to go ahead and do that. And I'll be sort of chatting a little bit about how it all came together. So the basic premise of this EP was as follows. I have a bunch of songs that I've released as singles over the last sort of 18 months, and I wanted to put them all out as one EP. So I did. And it was kind of to free up some mental space before Songtember, because I was these songs were all done and they were all released, but I just wanted to tie it all up in a little bow so I can say, yep, I've got my album that I released in 2018, I've got my recent EP Maybe, which was all my new songs, and then this EP was just to mop up the rest, so the rest of those songs that I had going in the background. So there you go. Um, Tom says, I know a thing or two about not putting correct titles up. Yeah, so hopefully I get the right title on the next one, but it's, yeah, we'll see how we go with that. So the EP is available to pre-order and pre-save now. It comes out on the 31st of August. So if you are wanting to pick it up, here's where you need to go, down to there. Hang on, let's see if we do it right. Go to that site, to petejohns.com/own battle. And if you do go there, you will be greeted with this screen, which is the Hyperfollow screen. I did a video on this during the week. This is the DistroKid Hyperfollow screen. You can send me a message there, say good day, and then there is my album artwork, and which I created in Canva, canva.com. Shout out to fellow Canva users. And right now you can pre-save and follow it here in Spotify, or you can pre-order it in iTunes or Google Play. It's $5 US or your currency equivalent, or you just wait for it to come out and stream it, because this website will update. So on the 31st of August, if you come back to petejohns.com/own battle, it will be updated and you'll be able to stream it on whatever platform you choose, which is the cool thing about using this service from DistroKid. So we'll continue on. So Tom Rochelle, funny you should say this, Tom. Yeah. So I'm interested to hear how Imagination translates as an acoustic song. Well, you're not going to have to wait long, my friend, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. In fact, it's going to happen right about now. So we are going to do an acoustic version of my song Imagination, which is a bit of a rap hip hop kind of vibe song. So let's see if we can get the right title up here first. There we go, Imagination. So this is going to be Imagination. I've realized in hindsight that that's actually going to cover up, and a lot of people actually like to see the chords that I'm playing. So I'll put this up at the start of each song as I talk about it, and then I'll throw it away while I play. So Imagination is a song that I wrote in January 2020, before a lot of other things happened. And it was written as a bit of a response to the fact that at that time there was massive bushfires here in Australia. Yeah, remember when that was the biggest event of 2020, the big Australian bushfires? Well, yeah, not so much. But yeah, there was big bushfires, devastating stuff for a lot of Australians, and a lot of people still recovering, and will be still recovering for many years to come because of it. And I was kind of just, it was my frustration song at my whole sort of pointing the finger at society and saying, you know what, we're not learning from this stuff, people, and we need to make some changes. So this is my song called Imagination that came out of that. And it does sound a bit prophetic with some of the things that then went ahead and happened. So let's jump into this one. Imagination here on the Happy Hour. Oh, gotta get my lyrics. This has a lot of lyrics in it, so I better bring them all up. Sometimes sit around and wonder how it is I got here, and if I'm going under. All the complications of my life, all the time when I couldn't reach the knife in my back, to the days when I was a little kid. Always worried about the things I never did. Always think about the next big problem, even when it's someone else that's on the hook me in, line and sinker. Ever wonder what it's like to be an overthinker, tinker with all my little thoughts? Maybe it was just the way that I was taught to just believe that I was right. When I lay in bed at night, the thoughts still going round and round and round and round in my head. Don't always believe the things in your head. Sometimes it's just imagination warring. Everything is burning. Kind of surprised that the world keeps turning. Mother Nature is kicking our ass and never seem to learn the lessons of our past. Instead of happiness, we're chasing money, and I think it's kind of funny. Not hard to use an indicator to tell us your direction or even estimate the way. Some haters are really just trying to help us appreciate the finer points to the ones who are keeping score. I think I'm about 40 love down, up in my head just one more time. Never seem to find a way to unwinding up and never winding down. Down in the park like a clown, James Brown. Don't always believe the things in your head. Sometimes it's just imagination. 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 There you go. That is how that is how you attempt to play a song that is a bit of a hip hop electronic song on an acoustic guitar. Whew, does take it out of you. So yeah, it's a bit hard that it's only a couple of chords in there, and I did have to change it up a little bit because if you've heard the original version of that, it's got a couple of drum loops in there, it's got a couple of bass lines in there that are kicking along, some synth, some organ sounds. It doesn't even have a guitar, so it's one of the few songs I have that has no guitar at all. At least I think maybe the final chorus. Maybe I did some big distorted guitar power chords. I can't actually recall, but there it is. That is Imagination here on Your Music Live. 1000 Watts says, I would pay to see this song performed this way. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually sounds better acoustic. There you go. Medallion says, translate well to acoustic. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pete Unplugged. Yeah. The old MTV Unplugged for those like me who remember the old MTV days. Yes, it was a very, very cool time. But thank you. Hello to Christoph, who's popped in here. Appreciate you being here, Timothy. Thank you for the kindness. Noel says, wow, you can actually make a hip-hop song? A little bit, yeah. If you haven't heard that song, the original version of it, in fact, let's just so that you can get a comparison. For those who don't know the original version of that song, and yes, this is a blatant segue to promote the album or the EP. But if we come over here, I've actually just especially for those who are watching here live, and yes, okay, if you're on the replay too, all of these songs have been released before. So I've actually put a playlist together over here on YouTube. There it is. It is down in the description. So you can actually listen to this. You can get a complete sneak peek of all the songs in the order that they're going to be on the album. So sorry if you're looking for a no spoilers, you've now been spoiled. But let's just listen to a little bit of the original version of this one. In case you haven't heard it before, this is the hip hop version of Imagination. Sometimes I sit around and wonder how it is I got here and if I'm going under. All the complications of my life, all the times when I couldn't reach a knife in my back to the days. There you go. So there it is. If you want to take a listen to any of the full band versions of these songs after the show, jump down into the description or in the comments down there, and you'll find it. It will be there, and you can take a look and a listen to those. Thank you. I like the shirt. Yeah, I like the Rockstar. It reminds me of my gaming past. I don't get much time to game these days, but I do like to play a little bit of the PS4 when I get a minute or two. Now it is the happy hour. I'm going to have one beverage here today, and I'm going to go this week with a Guinness. Yes, the classic Guinness Draft Stout. It's also got the little widget in there that's going to do its funny noise. Let's see if we can get this happening without going everywhere. So cool. I so want to put that in a song. I think maybe my song timber song. I need to start by having the sound of a can of Guinness being opened. We'll give this one a pour. The meal in a glass, a pint glass, a meal in a pint glass here of Guinness. We'll let it pour. And as you know, with Guinness, you need to pour it and then you need to let it settle. So I'll play another song while my Guinness settles. Wouldn't that be a cool thing if at the bar you order the Guinness and then see there it goes, there it does its thing. While you wait for your Guinness to settle, they hand you a guitar and let you play a tune. That would be fun. So we'll grab my other pint glass, my less fun pint glass of water, so that I can continue to sing another song. Prost, 100%. I was telling my kids about a story. In my younger days, I went on a Kentucky tour of Europe. And for those who know Kentucky tours, I think they still exist. They're for 18 to 35-year-olds. We were like 20 in our early to mid-20s, 24 I think I was at the time. And yeah, we were probably the more older people on the tour, lots of 18, 19, 20-year-olds. But we went to the Hofbrauhaus in Munich, in Germany. And let's just say that when you're drinking 1 litre Steins and you've only got like 2 hours to soak up that German hospitality, maybe I had 4 litres Steins of beer in 2 hours. Let's just say that driving through the Swiss Alps on the following day, heading up to, I forget the name of the place, but a little ski village that we were staying at, wow, those windy roads did not do me well. And then we jumped on a ski lift and went up to a little log cabin and had a hot chocolate. And I was, yeah, I think I was green by the time we actually finished that day. So don't drink, kids, or at least if you're on a tour, don't drink 4 liters of beer and then have to sit on a bus for 4 hours the next morning. It's a really, really bad idea. But yes, all that being said, Prost. I remember that because that was, it was too much Prost going on at the time. Rightioki. Let's play another tune. Now, this song, I'll play this acoustic version of it, and then I will play a little bit of the original version to take a listen to, because if you know this song, you'll know that the wonderful Dan Baker performed some violin parts for me on this one. If you don't know Dan and his channel, check it out. Just search Dan Baker on YouTube. He does a lot of music recording, a lot of garage band stuff, but also he's a very highly qualified music theorist and knows a lot of stuff. I watch some of his stuff and I go, wow, that's next level stuff. But he explains it because he's a teacher and he's done that stuff before. He explains it in a really good way. So check out Dan Baker. I think it's Dan Baker 74 on YouTube. He's one of the featured channels here on my channel, so you'll find him nice and easily. But this is a song that I wrote called Things Change that Dan then put some violins to. But this version is just going to be me playing this song, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it once we're done. I haven't played this in a while, so bear with me. It might be a little rough around the edges. Hitting my water. It's a common misconception. It's a thing that many fear. The comfort that we have right now is going to disappear. The only thing that stays the same is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. It's a hope of kings and peasants too. It's a dream of weak and brave. It's a fear as big as speaking up, and a fact that never fades. The only thing that stays the same is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. So what is to be done of it? Oh, and what else do we say when everything we know and love is changing every day? The only thing that doesn't change is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. The only thing that stays the same is that things will change. And you can choose to kick and scream, but things will change. Yes, things As true today as it was when I wrote it. You might argue significantly truer. Yeah, things will change, and I mean that song is pretty self-explanatory. But I kind of wrote that in response to my own fear and loathing of change, and the fact that I wasn't a big fan of it. And then yeah, I was basically grappling at the time with my own realization that, you know what, there's one thing that stays the same. There's one thing that'll never change, and that is that things will indeed change. Yeah, you can sit in your comfort zone and just wait for normal to return, or you can move on and adapt and embrace and work out that things are going to be different. So, yes, cheers to that. Red or black, as the case may be. Prost. Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, I haven't had a Guinness in a while. That is delicious. Luckily, yesterday it was like 25 degrees Celsius here, and I'm thinking, oh no, I was planning to have a Guinness in the happy hour, and then thankfully today it's like 15 degrees and raining, so it did well. We had the nice weather yesterday, and then we could switch up the weather here today. Righty dokie. Thank you everybody for being here. Yeah, 4 liters. I know that was not a great move back in the day. German beer is too delicious and too easy to drink. Plenty of. So yeah. I love some Guinness. Yeah, I love me some Guinness. Normal. What's that exactly? There is no normal. Oh, there you go. Got a great Rush quote here from Italian. No changes are permanent, but changes. Ain't that the truth? Absolutely. Noel's got a question here. How long does it take you to write a song / EP? It's a good question. So most of my songwriting, I do in around a month. So for a while, for the last few years, shout out, I haven't been doing it for about 4 or 5 months, but shout out to this Song Spark group on Facebook. They kind of gave me the motivation to do a song every month. And a lot of the songs actually that are on this EP were created in a month as part of their monthly Song Sparks that they have. So a lot of these songs actually came out of that. I can't remember what the prompt was for that particular month that was that song, Things Change. But yeah, every month it's a different sort of thing. In fact, I think the next song I'm going to play is actually another one, and the spark for that one, I had to have an a cappella part, which was quite terrifying, singing an a cappella part in the middle of a song. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, how long does it take? Usually around a month. Yeah, sometimes longer than that. Sometimes I sit on a song, I'll work on it, I'll get it half done, and then I'll revisit it like 6 months later. So it really depends, but for this EP, because it was a compilation EP, it kind of was done over about 18-month period, but all the songs were finished at different times, and then I just compiled them together. If you are interested in seeing how I approach songwriting, Songtember is right around the corner, and I'll be writing, recording, and releasing a song in that month. Hello to Aiden, who's here. G'day to you. Hope you're doing well. Jade Star, late. I know. Well, Jade, you're late. I missed the entire Gladys Worthington show, which Jade does a very cool show. Scott says yes, enjoyed the show. I started watching the replay, and I'll watch the rest of it after this. But yeah, always very cool stuff. Love seeing your character Gladys make an appearance. I mean, sorry, no, not a character. She's real, 100%. Prost, Skol, have a drink, have a beer, mate. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to try something a bit different here. Let's see if this actually works. I'm going to. This is where I need a guitar tech, right? I'm going to see if we can swap guitars mid-show and can feel like a real pro, right? When you're bringing in the second one. When you're bringing in the other guitar, I've got my wonderful Ovation guitar. His name is Jose. Say hello, Jose. Hello, Jose. Sorry, had to do that. So I'm playing. The next song is a fingerstyle tune. So I figured I would bring Jose out because he's a little easier to play with the fingerstyle stuff. So we'll just get a quick balance check. All my life I've been a boy, and a boy is a thing that drinks beer. That's my new song called "A Boy Who Drinks Beer." I think that's sounding okay. So the next, oh no, you know what? I missed out. I missed something. I was going to play a little bit before we play my next song. Let's play a little bit of the Dan Baker string section at the start. It's all the way through, but the very start, it just builds it beautifully with this tune. Things change. So let's just take a listen to this one, and then we'll crack on with the next song. This is Dan Baker's violin part in my tune "Things Change." Coming up.
It's a common misconception.
So yeah, having that violin part in there, and it's in there throughout the whole, especially at the end with the crescendo in that sort of last bit with the bridge. It sounds like, again, I can say it sounds cool because it's Dan's violins that take that song to the next level, in my personal opinion. And I was very happy to be able to put that. And a shout out to Dan because yeah, he basically recorded those violins for me. We used it as some videos on our channels at the time. But yeah, it's very, very kind. So if you're looking for strings, if you're looking for music to be played on your tracks, get in touch with Dan. He's a good guy, and we'll do it for good rates, and he'll help you out. So, and then double shout out for Dan Baker today. Let's come on and continue on. So this next tune is called "Wasting Time," and I promise this will bring us down a little bit. I know, because it's a fingerstyle song and it's a little bit more meaningful. We are then going to finish the last couple of tunes on the EP are nice upbeat numbers. So we are going to go down a little bit and just mellow and relax a little bit. I know it's a happy hour, but we will. This one takes you down a notch, and then we'll lever it back up for the rest of it. So this is a tune called "Wasting Time." I'll tell you a little more about it after the song. The smell of frustration, the sound of your voice, feeling I've been here before. If silence is golden, then why are you loud? Don't take all of my time, I don't have much left for you. So don't take all of my time, I don't have much of it left for you. I know that you're hurting, I hear what you say, but we've been down this road, you threw it away. Time to consider others hurt too. Don't take all of my time, I don't have much left for you. So don't take all of my time, I don't have much of it left for you. Say you're trying this time, things will be different, you'll see. But I've heard this all before, actions speak louder to me. Don't spend all of your time thinking of what you did wrong, and don't just throw in the towel. You'll find a way to belong. And don't waste all of your time thinking of what happens now. just live one day at a time. That's all the time we'll allow for you, for you, for you, for you. Wasting time here on the happy hour. Yes, take a sigh. We are going to bring it back up a notch in a minute. But that was a song I wrote. That's a dedication to those that are helping people. So I know that a lot of folks struggle, especially at the moment. A lot of folks are struggling with mental health, physical health, everything in between, and it's tough. Addiction, all those sort of things. It's really, really tough when you're the person suffering. It's also underrated how tough it can be to be the person helping someone. So that song is I guess an homage to the fact that the unsung heroes are often the people that are helping the people that are dealing with these sort of things. So shout out to you. If you, again, as I always say, if you feel like you need support, do reach out. People are going to help you out. And if you are supporting people, it's why at the end of most of my shows I say, look after yourself and others. It's like that thing that they say when you're on a plane. It's like fit your own mask first and then help others. And this is what I say to people that are born helpers. It's you got to help yourself. Like, yes, you do have to look after your own mental health, because guess what? If you start struggling, you ain't going to be helping anyone. So you've got to look after yourself before you can look after other people. So shout out to people who are doing it. Thank you, everybody who's been here for the show, and we'll continue on here. We've got some great chat here about curly fries and about other things that are happening here in the chat. I like it. Talking curly fries and milkshakes. I want a milkshake. Yeah, let me go for a burger and fries for lunch. Ooh. It is nearly lunchtime here in Australia. In Adelaide, how are we? We're about the halfway mark. Now, because we're going to have a little bit of extra time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, and while I've got this guitar out and I'm doing the fingerstyle stuff, nearly going to knock my beer off with my guitar, I'm going to play a few bonus tracks here. So this is a song I haven't played in like forever, and similar to Things Change, I think it's really poignant and relevant right now. It's not... It wasn't written for any of the things we're going through at the moment. It was sort of my reflections on, again, society and what's going on. About 2 years ago, I think I wrote this one. It was on my 2018 album called Selfish Aware, and it's a little tune called New Day. And I thought I'd sneak this one in here as a bonus track, since we only have 6 tracks on this EP. So let's take a listen to this one now. A New Day here on The Happy Hour. There was a time when we used to play outside. Didn't worry who was around. We were free and we didn't have a care about the things we put in the air. But those days are gone, they have floated away. And now I'm moving on, no more yesterday, 'cause it's gone, and it's a new day. Was a time when the women folk stayed home to care for all the little ones, and you and I, well, we had to live in fear just because the way we appear. But those days are gone, they have floated away, and I'm moving on, no more yesterday, 'cause it's gone, and it's a new day.
Everyone needs a little comfort when they reflect on all the good times that we had and how they failed. But when we look back, we have our rose-colored glasses on. Let's take the best of what we have, make a new day. Hello darkness, my old friend. Busy day is at an end. Is this just a fantasy? No escape from reality.
Excuse me. Whew. Sorry about that. I'm just going to turn down my guitar and unplug that one because we don't need you anymore, Jose. Thank you, Jose, for your services. But that will be all for today. That will be sufficient. We'll grab Mark. This is my Taylor, Mark Taylor. A joke that will only mean anything to other Australians. Mark Taylor, former Australian cricket captain and now commentator, also sells air conditioners. Fujitsu, best you can buy. Anyway. Yeah, referencing other songs there. I'm still waiting for Brian May to come knocking and say, Pete, the last two lines are actually a direct rip-off from my Bohemian Rhapsody song. I don't know if you've heard it. I play in a little rock piece, 4-piece called Queen. Yeah, you've ripped us off, buddy. Haven't heard from him yet. Probably never will. Cheers. Alrighty. Let's continue on, shall we? And we'll kick it up a notch because that it is fun. It is enjoyable to play those sort of slower, softer songs. I'm very terrible at fingerstyle. I have no fingernails, so you're supposed to either use fingernails or like use a little slide-on picks to do fingerstyle. I just use my bare fingers, and it doesn't sound so good. You get that squeaky string sound going on all the time. No, it's not as all. Yes, bye Jose, and hello Mark. Hello Mark, my old friend. Sorry, that's really sad. Alrighty, let's continue on because the next song that we have here is one of my favourite songs. It's hard to play because it's got lots of words in a short period of time, and I realised that once again I haven't been using these, have I? I haven't been using my little banners to put these up. So that was back to back. That was Things Change. And then we had Wasting Time, and the next song is this one here. This is a tune called 6 and 8, and it's a prequel sequel sort of assistance song to my song Drinking with You, and it's very appropriate because it's a little bit of an Irish feel. So it's good that I have a Guinness on tap. See what I did there? Here today, because Guinness is the perfect drink to drink while singing the song. So yes, this is the tune 6 and 8. Unlike most of my songs, it doesn't have any hidden meanings or any references. Like you can probably find some. If you find some in there that you're like, oh, I actually interpreted this as meaning this. But really, I just wanted to write a little story. The only real thing about this that sort of relates to me in any way was learning that when you want to do something, sometimes when you first start doing it, so the whole story around this one is someone who doesn't like to dance, his mother makes him dance, and then he dances, he beats his wife, and they grow up and have children and live happily ever after. It's as simple as that. But the message in this one is that, sometimes mother knows best. I know my mum likes this one because she's like, yep, told you, mum knows best. But yeah, sometimes the things that you do that at the time you think, why do I have to do this thing? But you develop a skill or you develop an interest or a talent that then can actually help you later in life. And I'm trying to instill this in my children right now. And it's a tough thing because, there's some things that you don't want to do. Hopefully you can make the things you do fun anyway. And then you get sort of the best of both worlds. Anyway, we'll put that away because, again, I know some people like to see what chords I'm playing. Not that this one's very hard because It's a fairly standard kind of chord progression. Anyway, let's kick into this one. It's a tune called 6 and 8. 2, 3, 4. Mother told me, son, you'd better dance while you've got the chance and have the talent. But I would rather sit and play with toys and hang out with the boys and start some trouble. So she dragged me away, all the while trying to say, son, there'll be time for all that, you better start dancing. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Now I found a reason I should dance. There would be romance around the corner. 10 years later we would be as one. A different kind of fun, but one that's lasting. Working mortgage and kids, wouldn't change it for quids. Only wish there was more time to go dancing. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me, dancing in 6 and 8 time. Now we're older, time is moving on, like a distant song you don't remember. But I know one thing that will never fade. Memories we made will last forever. And my mother was right, and to my delight, now I can pass on her words to the next generation. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me and we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. I'm happy to see that you're waltzing with me, dancing in 6 and 8 time. Yes, we're dancing in 6 and 8 time. We're dancing in 6 and 8 time. We're dancing in 6 and 8 time. Whew, 6 and 8. Jeez. Yeah. You need to have a Guinness standing by to be able to get through that one. That one's got probably more words than any other song that I've ever written, all said in a row. Ooh. To give you an idea of the lyric sheet for that one, I'll throw it up here on the screen so that you can see what I look at, because I haven't played a lot of these songs in a while. It's taken me a while to get my head around them. So yeah, there's the lyrics for this one. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on there. You compare that to something like Never to Blame or Imagination even. There's a lot less lyrics. Although Imagination has quite a few. Things change. Not much going on there. Nice slow song. Easy to sing. But yes, 6 and 8. Puts me to the test when I sing that one. But thank you. Who have we got here? Some other folks. So Jeff Brush has made his way back. Thank you. Tom Rochelle sounds almost like a classic folk song. Yeah, it's kind of the vibe. When I first started singing this song, I'd sing it with a bit too much of an Irish accent, and it sounded a bit almost like I was taking the piss. So I'd go, time after time we are standing in line and we're making the most of each rhyme. And then I'm like, you're not actually Irish, dude. You don't have to sing it like an Irishman. Anyway, And I thought that's a wee bit insulting, and probably saying a wee bit's probably upsetting my Scottish friends. How about I just stick to my guns? Hello, Emmanuel. Hope you are doing well. Mary, Sarah, good to have you on board. Thank you for joining us once again. And thank you, Marcia. Yeah, remember to like the video if you like it. Like it if you like it. If you don't, that's cool too. It's all good. Everyone has their own opinions. It's your opinion. No, I'm probably not playing that song today. But yes, thank you, Metallion. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's just a fun song. I like it because it makes me feel good playing it. It's got, yeah, like I say, it's a nice, simple message. There's no hidden society holding a mirror up meanings like Pete usually has in his songs. And says that Amaracea, this song brings a smile on my face. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. I saw Mr. Eric Lee sneak in here earlier as I was flicking through. How are you, Eric? Hope you're doing well. We are going to kick on. We've got a couple more tune. Well, there's one more tune in the actual original one. That's me in a British accent. Yes, it's weird. Sometimes I'll just start talking in an accent and I don't really know why. But yeah, go figure. So there's only one more song in the album, which we'll finish up with. But I might sneak in again. We'll sneak in an additional song, which is a song that I wrote and then recorded and then haven't really done much with. But I'm probably going to release this one as a single using my second artist name on what is it called? DistroKid, because I have the DistroKid Musician Plus account and I've never actually used it for anything. So, and this is a song that me and my wife both did, and I was thinking, yeah, I know I've been talking for a while about doing some different sort of music and then trying out how you manage two different artist names on DistroKid. So thought because this one's a bit of a different song, it would be, and it is a song that was written about the situation at the moment. It's my lockdown song. Everyone's got a lockdown song, and this was my lockdown song. So we'll play this one. This is again, I know bonus tracks are usually at the end of a CD. Excuse me, the Guinness is not cooperating. Usually at the end of a CD, but I did want to finish with the last song from the EP. So this is a tune. I'm going to bring this back over here. This is a tune, again, that I wrote around about the lockdown, and it's a song called Spy from a Distance, and it's about what would happen if there was a spy, a James Bond-style spy that needed to actually do this in our current times. How much harder it would be to be a spy when you're in a lockdown quarantine world. So let's jump in. And I've never played this one acoustic or live before, so this is going to be a wee bit experimental. But this is my song, Spy from a Distance. It's getting much harder answering the call. A new kind of normal. I've forgotten the words. I've forgotten the... All right, let's try that again. It's getting much harder answering the call. A new kind of normal is affecting us all. We are in absolute lockdown. Can't even go to the store to buy some cyanide capsules or even knock on their door. And I must work from home. Spy from a distance, observing social distancing rules, relying on remote access software to make the world safe. You spy from a distance, staying home to help others live, thwarting my enemies' plans while I flatten the curve. I will spy from a distance. How can I bring justice? Can't even think I can last. Hard to recognize villains when they're wearing a mask. Getting low on essentials, toilet paper's in drought. Hard to talk to a bad guy when your Zoom crashes out. Stay
and spy from a distance, observing social distancing rules, ordering my gadgets on eBay and Amazon Prime. I will spy from a distance, panic buying cleaning supplies, teaching my kids their times tables while saving the world. I will spy from a distance. As I always say, folks, you either get a well-oiled machine, a car crash, or somewhere in between. And I think someone said this morning, is that a well-oiled car crash? Like, sure, why not? That sounds like a thing. All right, we've got one song to go. Might be able to sneak another like bonus track under the bar if we can. What have we got here? So folks are talking about other things. Yeah, my name is Johns, Pete Johns. Shaken, not stirred. Actually, don't shake or stir your beer. That's not going to work for us. Alrighty, we got all sorts going on. We got pandemic, we got conspiracy theories, we got all sorts of things happening here in the chat. Yeah, we might finish a bit earlier today. I didn't prepare another song here, and I'd just play one of my old staples, and you guys have heard those songs a bunch of times. So I will finish off in a minute with the last song here, but I'll remind you of the way that you can actually get yourself a copy of this one. So if you jump over here again, if you go to this website, which is called petejohns.com/ownbattle, it will take you to this pre-save page where you can check it out. Once it goes live, you'll be able to preview and you'll be able to get the album, the EP on other platforms as well. So this will populate out with Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, all the other places, Amazon, once they're available there. But at the moment, you can pre-save and follow. So if you're a Spotify user, if you don't want me to have your email address, I've never actually done anything with those email addresses anyway, but untick that one, and then you can still pre-save and follow if you don't want your email address to be supplied. Or you can pre-order on iTunes or Google Play if you want to own music. I mean, who really buys and owns music these days? If you're just going to stream it, feel free to join me on Patreon or make a donation to the channel if you want to. If you're feeling bad about getting free music, or just keep watching videos and support me by streaming the music, that's also totally fine. And don't forget, after the show, you can come back in here and check out all of the different songs here, so you can see all of the different ones. I really like the Never to Blame song. I'm a little bit proud of the lyric video. Since we have a minute here, let me just show you this the lyric video for Never to Blame, because I like my little dude here. So because we've got some time, let's just play this one real quick, just so that you can see what I'm proud of here. I crossed the road and never even looked one way. Yeah, I like my little duty there because Never to Blame is about a certain type of person, and this character here, like the smug dude with the number one, he's got the mirror going on. Of all the things I've ever designed, I'm probably most proud of the little character here in Never to Blame, and that was all done with Canva, by the way, Canva.com, and LumaFusion to do the animation and the video editing and all of the lyrics, which takes a long time. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's fun. Fun to get an end result like that. So yes, that is what you can do. The last song that I'm going to play here has the longest title, I think, of any song that I've ever written, and I wrote it on piano. The original version is very much a piano tune, but I'm going to attempt it similar to what I did with Imagination. I'm going to attempt to do it, get a bit more guitar sound. I'm going to attempt to do it here on the guitar to finish up. So this is track 6 of the 6-track EP, and it's a tune that is called, it's inspired by Seinfeld. So if you're a Seinfeld fan, George Costanza is getting frustrated at something. I can't remember the specifics, but he's like, we're trying to have a society here. And I'm like, one day, I'd say to my wife, I'm like, one day I'm going to write a song and I'm going to call it We're Trying to Have a Society Here. And I sat down at the piano one day and came up with the little piano riff.
do you call piano riffs? I don't know, piano bit, and then the rest is history. It just kind of wrote itself there. So this is unlike the other ones where I said this doesn't have a meaning. This one very much is holding a mirror up to those on social media. You'll get the hint. But yeah, it's about people that that maybe are just trying to do something a little bit different. We'll continue. Let's take a listen to this one. We're trying to have a society here on the Happy Hour.
What's the matter with people these days? Trying to be something more. They're worrying more about what people say than who they can do something for. We're trying to have a society here, but they only care about how they appear. What's the matter with people these days? They don't seem to do what they feel. They're busy complaining about their dead-end job and missing out on what is real. We're trying to have a society here, but they only care about outward veneer to make other people think they've got it made, while everyone knows they're just trying to get laid. What's the matter with people these days? They don't seem to care what is right, making excuses and passing the blame. So let's make a toast and share one more post for the strangers that don't even care.
And it's true. I don't want to overstate it, but it is weird when you see people creating these personas, these online personas of ultimate happiness and wealth and luxury, and the people that they're trying to impress are the people that don't actually care, the people that don't really care about them or about what they're doing. They're what is it called? Flexing. Is that what the kids say these days? They're out there flexing, and other people are just like, so, and they're like, look at me in front of my Lambo, in front of my leased Lambo, and look at me in my mansion. It's like, really? Is that what happiness is these days? Like material possessions? Wow. Weird. I missed a meeting. Anyway. Thank you, Amaracia, who has thrown a super chat. A green super chat. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to a super chat. Cheers to you, my friend, and cheers to everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Desolate Morning, Metallion 58, Tom Rochelle 1000 watts, Christoph. We want more. I've got a hard limit of an hour. I'm very sorry, but I will be back. I promise. I'll be back to do more. In the future. Scott, thank you for being here. Gary Hubs, thanks for being here. Other folks that were here during the show, 1000 watts. We had Christoph. We had, scrolling up here just to see Langston Reese. Thank you for being here. Jeff Brush, Mary, Sarah, Emmanuel, a bunch of folks that I've probably missed. Bobby Mitchell, who's snuck in there. I didn't say good day to you. Hello to you. Thank you, everyone. Sion, Jade Star, and all the gang who are here. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Do check out the EP. What are we? 2 days away from release. So check out the playlist. It's linked right down below right now. You can do that. And then, you can pre-save it, pre-order it. And then on August the 31st, you can listen to it. And please share it. If you think there's some cool songs in there and some messages that you'd like to share, share it with others who would enjoy this kind of music. That is going to do it. I do have to run because we're right on the hour mark. But thank you for being here. And please have a great weekend. Keep creating. Stay safe. Be kind to yourself and to others. And I'll see you next time.